name is Mojisola Ademola-Philips, and I work for Gritty Plus Consulting. Well, close to 10 years, I've been into consulting. I'm an HR professional, but however, my background is in customer service. Customer service is one thing you cannot take away from me. It's part of me. It makes me feel so very comfortable, much more than I do human resource. I'm more of a customer service person. I'm drowned with that. Okay, can I please share my screen now?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay. Ooh. What have I done? All right. Oh, no. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm going to run as quickly as possible in as much as we have so much to talk about. All right, I'll be talking to you on customer service intelligence management beyond COVID-19. And I'm starting this way. From all we have learned from yesterday during the summit, from all the various speakers, would you agree with me that all we've been talking about has to do with just a single phrase, customer? All we've been talking about, all we've been learning from agile marketing to branding to digital marketing, it's all about just one person. It's about Mr. Customer. So if that is the case, it means to me that customer is very key in all of our services. Irrespective of what you do, Mr. Customer is the reason for which you're doing them. And I said by the year 2030, 85% of customer interactions will be managed virtually. That has come to stay. There's no doubt about that. Yesterday, Dr. Lee said something very significant, and he said, if you are not holding the hands of your customers, it is very important for you to know that someone, maybe your competitor, is surely holding their hands. So you must be willing to hold the hands of your customers very tightly. I also remember that Stacy said something also very significant yesterday. He says, marketing is all about customers. All of our efforts in marketing, in selling, in business is all about customers. And I dare to say, I said, the route to true leadership in any area of life is service. Whatever you're doing, whatever business you are running, whatever is your aim, if it is not service, if what you are looking at is not service, then it means that you have not started. I did something some 10 years ago when I came into private practice. After registering my business, I got another concept to do something. But what was driving me was the passion for service. I was desperate. I was willing to just render service. And so because I was driven by service, I delivered service and I ended up making profit. So now beyond this era, if what is driving your business is not to deliver quality service, it means your journey is still very far. So I'm saying by improving customer service is simply being intelligent. That is intelligence. You are increasing the chances of building a long-term relationship with a high percentage of your clients, and you are also enabling yourself to hear what your customers want and like. Then that is building or creating room for feedback. So feedback matters. I welcome you to my class, to this session, and I'm believing and I'm trusting that you're going to have a good time in the next few minutes of our interacting. Thank you. Okay, we'll run through the following objectives very quickly. At the end of this session, I hope that participants will understand the importance of customer service, and then we're able to boost our customer loyalty. We want to also increase business agility, increase our presence, know and be able to build real and strong customer relationships in all we do. Our focus is going to be on customers, and by so doing, we'll be helping to streamline marketing efforts. You know what to do and how to direct your energy into getting things done appropriately. Now, I start this way. This summit is all about young marketers. So I want to assume maybe some of them, they've never been into a customer service class. So we want to start with them as if they don't even know much about customer service. And the question is, who is a customer and what is customer? So I said, Mr. Customer. Now, according to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, a customer is that person or a buyer or an organization that buys something from a shop or a seller or a store or a business. So it means for every business you're doing, either in a rectangular shop, either in an open space or in the market space or in the office, your business exists because there is a customer. You are looking for just one person. That person is Mr. Customer. So until this person walks into your store or walk in to ask for what you do, your business is not yet on. You are probably still in the dark. So I said, customer is the reason your business exists. If any reason at all, the customer is the reason your business exists. The customer is the super king in that business of yours. Customer is that super king in your business. Customer is the reason you wake up very early in the morning to go out. Some people complain of work stress, of work, workload. Meanwhile, some other people are complaining, oh, if only I can get a job. I need a job desperately. I was listening to a radio program 2 days ago, and a young lady, a teenager called into that program, and the time for that particular kind of call had passed. But because of the urgency with which she needed to pass a message to the presenter, she get crashed into calling, and she pleaded passionately to the presenter, asking that she should be listened to quickly. And what was she saying? As a matter of fact, I recall I was shedding tears in the car. She said, my mother does not have a job. Please help my mother to get a job. And then the presenter asked, what kind of a job does your mother want? She said she can clean, she can sweep, she can cook, she can wash. That was what she said about her mother. However, please help my mother get a job. Yes, some people have this job and then they complain because of work stress or of workload. And then have you imagined when you open that business on a daily basis and there is no one asking you what you're selling? Vividly, I recall in my last job in the bank, my MD is always, saying this, that a business is liquid. Thank God yesterday, Dr. Yusuf talked so much about liquid marketing or something. He said, your business is still a business because there are customers. Even the best of the banks you have in Nigeria, just give it possibly maximum of 1 month, and no customer walks into any of their buildings across the nation, I bet you the bank stands dead. So without that king in your business, you do not have a business to do, you do not have a job to do, you do not have a status to maintain. You are who you are, you have a business, you smile to the bank because the customers are calling into your business. So if this is who Mr. Customer is, and we are to look at customer service intelligence management, I think that is speaking something of such to me that Mr. Customer is very, very important here. So my question is, who is Mr. King? Who is he? When you have a king, you know who a king is in any environment. When you come in contact with a king, you reference them, you treat them with so much honor and all of that. So my question is, who is Mr. Customer, and why is Mr. Customer a king? Why is he a king? My screen is paused. Who paused it? Can you hear me, please? I would have loved that you put your answer in the chat box for me to see what is your thought on Mr. Customer, why he is the king. And I'll quickly answer this for you. The reason Mr. Customer is the king in any business environment is because Mr. Customer is the one that brings the purpose for business. Your business stands, possibly it may collapse. It may die a natural death. So Mr. Customer is the one paying your bills. It is the reason you are who you are. It is the reason you have a job. It is the reason you are diversifying. It is the reason you are flying in and out of the country, because there is this particular king in your business. So you should treat your customers with honor. And you need to know exactly what your customers want so that you can serve them the way they want to be served. Now let's look at Mr. Service. I've put Mr. because I want to reference these personalities in this class. Who is Mr. Service? Mr. Service is an act, but I did a bit of research and I found out that this service is incomplete without economic activity or direction. Mr. Service is incomplete, is just standing on one leg. Service is just a phrase that is incomplete without you adding the economic activity to it. Now I said service becomes useful and paid for when it is carefully delivered, possibly the way the one who wants the service wants to be served. Otherwise, it is not a satisfactory service. And so to me, such a service is an incomplete service. You must be able to go the extra mile to find out how does my customer wants me to service in. I was also listening to a radio program, I think last week or 2 weeks, and then a caller called in, your error of something, no, why things don't work for you. And he called in and he said he was into aluminum trade. And he said he knows the job very well and he was doing very well, but there is just something about his nature that was not working for him, and which is anger. He has poor anger. He does not know how to manage his anger almost all the time. As a matter of fact, he said there is only a time he will have a customer that he will not end up fighting with them, and it does not bother what happens. If you like, take your money elsewhere, I don't care, somebody else will come. That was the kind of nature this young man said he has. So eventually a time came, when people want to come to him, someone will tell them, be careful, don't go to that shop. Be careful, that man who does not have money, be careful. And so in a period, this young man has stopped having customers. Nobody comes to him. They would rather even go to where they know they will not get, they will get a lesser value. But of course, they will have rest of mind. That it was that bad. The man says, it could be in his shop for a whole week and no one will walk in. It was that bad. And so he said one day, it was someone now very close by called him and spoke to him and said, I think it's high time you should begin to look at your this something about you, that I think something is wrong somewhere. You needed to look at it. Counsel of a good Samaritan, I will call it, and then he on his own decided to work on his attitude, work on his anger, and and before you know it, he learned how to be courteous to customers, how to welcome their sales service, and in no time, he said, from that day, every single day, there was something for him to do. So you must be able to service your customers, find out how they want to. It's not the same way you serve me, you want to serve somebody else, because you don't always have the same need. So possibly, you may be making use of different approach to serve different customers, different market, different demographics, and all of that. All right, so I'm looking at it. So if you add Mr. Customer plus Mr. Service, it will give you something. In this particular marriage, we have Mr. Service, Mr. Customer, we have Mr. Service. So if you put these two together, it will give you customer service. So I say, customer service is a total approach that places premium or quality on providing services to customers exactly the way the customers want it. You may find something else different from what I'm saying, but the bottom line will always be giving quality services to your customers. But if you're able to serve them the way they want it, they will always come back. That will do something for you. That will stand you out. I have a younger sister that each time she wants to make her hair, she lives in Lagos. Proud before now, she works at Ogeri along Lagos Ibadan. And then she still goes, that woman, she will leave the shore of Lagos State to go to Ogun State to go and make her hair because of the quality of services she was getting from that particular woman. The quality she was getting from that particular woman. So you must be able to serve your customer the way they want you to serve them, the way they want you to treat them. Very soon you will see why you need to serve them the way they want it. Therefore, I'm saying that all features, all acts and information that complement service delivery in its totality is customer service. Every uncle, ekabo, uncle, how are you? Uncle, they're not for fun in our own environment. Every of such act, every after sales service, every follow-up, every phone call, every SMS, they are all features that complement customer service. How you go the extra mile, they are all customer service, they are all complementary to customer service. And all of this make up a customer service intelligence. Now, just for the benefit of understanding I like us to look at the word intelligence. After now, I'm going to move very fast. You know, what is intelligence? And I said, the right application of knowledge and skill. Yes, knowledge is general thing that all of us, you know, it's, for me, I could say it's natural. Now, when you talk about skills, it is your ability to take your knowledge a bit further. You take that skill you have, you take it further. You add, you know, you're able to add some features, you know, some features, some acts to the general knowledge. We all have general, but you now take out of general, you begin to, you know, give it an extra touch. Now, your ability to be able to apply these two makes anyone to become an intelligent person. So I now said, in perspective, any action or skill, anti-customer policies or unfriendly policies that does not consider or promote customer-centric is a foolish action. Any action, any policy that is not, the aim is not to enhance customer service, to enhance delivery, it is a foolish action that no one should, you know, get into. So the reasons for us, you know, to understand customer intelligence is because, one, especially in today's market, especially after now, we have seen what the pandemic has, you know, where it has brought us to. Right now, before anyone will want to spend a dime, you want to think about it. Does it matter? Is it important? Is it a need? Can it be avoided? Can I get an alternative and all of that? So for you to spend your money now, you figure it out very well, and then you decide. So if that is the case, you know, you need to go the extra mile to understand some things about these customers. Number one, today's customers, they are very, very knowledgeable. They are well informed. What you know, they probably know more, because we are all now on M&T. We are on mobile. We are all on techie. Before you say A, they press their phone, they check for what they're looking for. They check for alternative or even something better. They don't really need to stress themselves to get what they want. So if that is the case, they are knowledgeable. Even my grandma knows what she wants. Even my mom that is old, she knows what she wants. So today's customers, they are increasingly in control of the service encounter. I know what I want and I know how I want it. I know where to get it. You can't just give it to me the way you want it. You must give it to me the way I want it. And so today's customers, why you need to understand them, you need to apply some measure of intelligence, because they are highly demanding, because they are also knowledgeable. They are not squawk, they are not illiterate. Irrespective of what you want to sell to them, they know what they want to buy from you. Today's customers, they are aware of the consistent migration of value. They, even before you know the next technology in vogue, they already know it. The latest phone, they already know it. Buying from you is passive. I mean, it's probably they are doing you a favor, because they will also know where to get it outside of you. And then one thing we must also realize that today's customers, they are willing to pay more for quality service. If your services are good, they are willing to pay more. They wouldn't mind to pay extra to get value. Oh, I sit in the comfort of my home. I make I make a booking for an item, and then it is delivered, and then I make payments. So easy. I don't need to stress myself to get it. I could stay in my house, call my dry cleaner to come pick my clothes. He dry cleans, he brings them, and I make payment. So someone, because there are competitors. And that was why Dr. Lee says, if you are not holding the hands of your customers very well now, someone else is holding their hands. And very soon, whatever you are selling that is of big deal to you, you will find that nobody is checking on you to know what you are selling. Nobody. So in summary, I said customer service intelligence is the process of gathering and analyzing customer information and their detailed activities to build deeper and more effective customer relationships, to improve and to enhance business decisions. You must be able to gather their information, know their demography. It was one of my classes sometimes ago, like this I was training, that one of the participants was, sharing, and he said that one of their products, they are in Lagos, but one of their products that they were actually known for in the 80s, in the 90s, is usually not, a product in the Southwest. Bulk of their sales come from the North. And I couldn't believe it. He said, based on research, that they produce, that market is for the North and not for the South. That in the South, they have other products that we consume, but this particular one is not for Lagos, not for the Southwest anyway. So you must be able to gather, know your customer demography, analyze their, information, and then be able to use this information to build a deeper and more customer effective relationship. So this will help you to improve every decision. It will help you to improve and to be able to forecast on what your customers' need will be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, even in 10 years, so that you are able to deliver to your customers value. You are able to deliver to your customers how they want you to deliver their products. Now we have what we call customer service intelligence platform. And this is a software. We have quite a lot of them. The next slide, I think I will jump in because I don't want to market for this purpose, but I have some of these things listed there. Now, but this platform will do 3 things for you, 3 major things. Number 1 is to help you to track your engagement on social media or any of the SEO. Is to help you, track your engagement, understand your customer behavior, show you their analytics. So this will do that for you. And then number 2 thing it will do is it will help you have a deeper knowledge of your customers, because you have the analytics right before you to take decisions. And then when you can have their understanding, it will also help you to know the best thing to give your customers, how to give it to them, and at what time would they want you to do this. So it means when you do all of this, put this platform in place, and you are able to get this result, you possibly be getting, near 100% value per a time. And also it will ensure that you are not, possibly kicked out of business because you are working ahead of your customers. Of course, all of your services is meant for them. So you are able to understand their journey. You are able to follow them through. So how do you do this? You need to know how to collect data, so that you can understand their demography. Like I said, you need to analyze the data to know where are your customers. This particular product, where is it required? Where are the users? Where are they doing? The bulk of them, even though I produce here, are they in Lagos or in the North or in the East or in Hello? Hello? So by so doing, you are able to process your data into useful information. You want to know who, you want to know the what, you want to know where, you want to know how, you want to know when. You want to know when to produce, when to sell. You want to know at what time is it required. And then eventually it will help you to have a right decision and also be able to forecast the needs of your customers. Like I said, I won't talk much about this. I'm going to jump it. Now I move to the hows. How do you serve your customers? What makes you intelligent in the services of in serving your customers? What do you need to do? What do you need to know? All right. I said, yes. The last speaker talked about traditional marketing, that, it won't be completely out of place. Yes, I agree with him. In as much as we are looking at online or digital marketing, we cannot also take away traditional marketing. Yes, the words of mouth will always be there. And then don't forget that how you say something matters. The how is very important. You know, they say words has weight. You can mean to say, I'm sorry. When you say, I'm sorry now, I already said I'm sorry. What else do you want? That's a different thing altogether. So the words of mouth will always sound very convinced because the person is possibly listening to you or seeing you face to face talking with him. So you can sound more convincing, and you can also add passion to what you're saying. So what you say matters. We have cause, and these are things people actually they put on that they don't feel it's important. You know, it is only in this environment I see people want so much money into their business, and at the end of the day, they put possibly a school set holder as customer service, and they feel, just don't worry, just so that she can do it. You see, show me an intelligent organization or investor, and then I will show you someone who add value, who understands the office of the customer service, that it is so significant. There is not one of the offices you downplay. No. Words of mouth, calls, SMS, you know, all of these things, someone calling, before he gets to where he's going, he already gets an SMS from you saying, thank you for calling in at our office. You know, we received your order. We'll get back to you as quickly as possible, as you promised. You follow through. You follow through with your customers. Okay, your outlook, your personality is very important. What you look like, it's very important. I have a client I recruit for regularly, and he will tell me, Moji, look for someone who is presentable. I need someone who is presentable. So what you look is very important in customer service. Customer service is it's not an office for a known entity. It is for the intelligent. Someone who is intelligent, someone who is smart should occupy that office. As a matter of fact, I tell myself, I've been in private practice for a while. The only thing that can take me back into paid employment can only be customer service. What can take me back to paid employment that can attract me can be where I'll be doing customer service. Your attitude is very important. Your character is key. It must fall in line, you know, with the overall goal of the organization. You need empathy. You need to have a listening skill. You must be patient.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, thank you.
You must have to deliver service. And then you must be driven. And when you are driven, this enhances your follow-up, you know, your follow-through, your after sales. I just calling to know if the product you purchase from us is doing fine. If you are enjoying it, can you imagine how that sounds to your head, that someone calling to check with you if the product you purchase is adding value? But most of us, we feel, once I've been able to push that product out of my hand, that one is gone. It's -1. But it's beyond -1. Because what gets noticed in marketing is what you do very well and what you didn't do very well. Don't forget that what you didn't do very well could become an embellishment to your business. So you need to learn, if at all you are doing it, learn to do it very well at all times. What gets noticed is poor service and good service. So if it is possible, at all times, make customer service a way of life. Of course, I will show you what to do and how. Now, the benefits of customer service intelligence: one, it will help you build a long and a lasting relationship with your customers. It will be a long, it could be passed on to generations. A long-lasting relationship is guaranteed when you deliver a very quality customer service to your customers. And then it will help you also to know your customers' experience, because there will be feedback from your what is it called? From your analysis, from your customer feedback. You can have, you know what they want. You can feel their pulse, so that value is given. Value is given at every point. Value, the reason you are in business is to give value. So it means your customers are getting absolutely what you promised them, what your product promised them. And then it also helps to understand the need of your customers. It also helps you to satisfy your customer. There's customer satisfaction. Only and only when you are able to put these four together can you make or expect to make a sustainable profit. Because if not, it may look to you that you're making profit today, but I can promise that in no time, what seems to be a profit to you will soon go into recession. It will soon go into recession. So you need to be able to harmonize your customer experience such that there is always, when they think of that product, like those days Toyota says, young guy, think Toyota, think something. There was had that thing, every time you are thinking of buying a car, just think Toyota.
Thank you, madam. We are out of time. I don't want you to give them everything. Let them come and pay for it next time.
Oh, okay. So now, beyond COVID-19, you need to ask, you need to have the right attitude, you need to understand the place of service and the place of knowledge. All right? We need some basic requirements. You need to increase and improve knowledge. You need to improve and increase your service skills. You may have to outsource where it is necessary. Consider synergy. Learn to unlearn and to relearn what you need to do. And then finally, as I wrap up, in post-COVID-19, you need to be able to satisfy your customers. You need to be able to appreciate them. Also, make them able to remember to call back, at every point in time. You need to build customer intimacy. And then let me go to the very last slide because of time. Now, beyond COVID-19, so the test of who is actually rendering intelligent customer service? One, what do you need to do? And I'm discussing something on, ISO certification. So this body has a need for it. Is it creativity? Is it environment? Is it quality? In the area what you needed to, do, take you through the process and be able to, refine your business, rebrand your business, such that when they see your business logo or they see your brand online, it's not all about online. If you don't do the